Welcome all to part 41 of DEI. I have no idea if this is the correct save. I assume it is because it's the only save that I have with turn 191. So I assume this is the correct one. I don't know for certain, but let's hope that it is. So right now, I actually want to talk about a subject that I think is going to be extremely interesting, and I think a lot of people tend to ignore in modern-day warfare, and even futuristic warfare. They tend to forget that there is going to be a lot of melee. And what I mean by melee is, of course, melee weapons, such as swords, axes, daggers, machetes, kukuris, spears, shields, other sorts, that kind of stuff, more associated with the medieval age or the age of antiquity, or even pre-civilized era. I want to talk about that in the term of future and what I think. So in the future, what I think is that, oh shit, wait 1 second. No! Desertion! From someone. Why'd they desert? Wait, what? Why did you desert? Your inability to sustain your troops has caused desertion, leaving your army severely weakened. I'm not sure why they deserted. They had no reason to desert. And our spy died of natural causes. The one over there. The one I was using. Wait, don't I have another spy? What the hell? Where's the other spy? Alright, so you are here. Alright, let's sabotage this. Sabotage failed. Is this a new picture? Oh my god. That's an awesome new thing. Alright, so Libyan... Oh shit, I just realized we can spy on what kind of garrison they've got. Carthaginian civilian hoplite. Libyan garrison spearmen. Alright, so they don't really have much here. Carolus is going to be the hardest part though. I'm not certain how we can deal with them. We can use the Sardinian coastal levies. They're not... Ah, shit. I was gonna say they weren't too bad, but I look at that melee defense of 46. That's pretty shitty. That's really shitty. Oh, that is really bad. We cannot use that, yeah. I guess for right now, we'll just hold on. Ooh, right. Athens, you need Vila, and then, Herapnia, 21. What? 21, public order, cultural difference of -5, taxes -7. Wait, how much is the military providing? Only 5? No, characters are 15, so we actually get a 6 total. Alright, so we can move you out. You are going to be in the war with... How are we going to move this? Wait, let's think how we're going to move this. We can move directly towards Syracuse, but that has to cross this sea, which is primarily controlled by what looks to be Carthage. I'm not feeling comfortable. I also think crossing this might actually have some kind of... attrition. Yeah, attrition, so... Alright, let's escape north to Athens. Yes, let's escape north to Athens instead. That way... Get onto your... Son of a bitch. You son of a... Screw it, I don't care, whatever. Fine. You want to be an asshole? Go for it. Go for it, stupid asshole. Nose is a bit stuffy today. It's in the morning, again, where... I can actually record this because in my place there's actually construction workers going on, so that's why there haven't been a whole lot of video uploading and rendering, because I've also had to clean up my own room, my own stuff, get my own life organized. There's such a thing. Alright, so we can auto-resolve. I am going to auto-resolve. I know you guys want to watch this out, but I don't feel like fighting it out. So yeah, back onto the subject I wanted to talk about. Melee weapons of the future. So, melee weapons of the future, what I think is going to be very prevalent, or more use, is actually going to be axes and maces. Definitely axes and maces. I don't see swords being used too often, because you do have to carry a shield. So, if you had to use a one-handed sword, it's not going to do as much damage to armor, because keep in mind everyone in the future is probably going to be heavily armored. Probably. Not in like Kevlar, but in some kind of futuristic armoring, where it's going to be more similar to, let's take Mass Effect for instance, or even the Halo Spartans, that kind of armor, maybe even the Marine Corps for the Halo would be fine against swords, really. Swords wouldn't be much of a threat, because it'd be hard to chop through the armor. because of course they're made to protect bullets, and they do need to be thicker. Not that, Kevlar protects so well against sword stabs or knife stabs. It can if you make a specific type for it, but it's got to be very specified. Shield maker, right? That's what we need. And then let's get rid of this, and then let's turn you into farmland. Yeah. That's how we're going to do it. And then we already have an army here to help garrison protection, so that should be fine. I just don't see swords as a big thing. Maybe a kukri, maybe a machete. I highly doubt it. Daggers would probably be more likely, or combat knives as they are called today. But I personally think daggers would be better because the knives just aren't long enough. You really need something longer. Something more piercing. Cutting won't really do much. Piercing would probably be the best choice, which is why I actually think when it comes to axes, you're not going to see like the super medieval axe from earlier eras or even maybe antiquity. I'm not sure how they exactly look, but they're usually depicted with just triumph. Nice, someone got it. Probably, yeah, this guy. Probably what I mean is the earlier axes had this kind of just one side axe. So the axe blade is on one side and it's just like this kind of square head. Instead, what we're going to see is an axe on one side and some kind of pointy, punchy thing on the other side to penetrate armor, of course, and to pierce straight through, preferably into vital organs. That kind of weaponry. Or maces. Maces would be very, very good. What was I doing with these guys? I was moving them south, wasn't I? Because the north is no longer a threat. We no longer have to worry about the Lugi. We've already taken care of the Gitte. So yeah, we're moving south with our armies. We don't have to worry too much right now. When they do attack, we should be able to regroup for the northern strike. But right now, Carthage is the main focus. No. I need one of you up north. We'll keep you up here, yeah. You can be up north. I want the bigger army moving south, because it's more diverse. It's going to be a better choice, in my opinion, to go south. What other army is up here? Is that it? No, there's one at, Budorgis. Let's move this out. We don't need it. Over there at Budorgis. It's pretty useless, in my opinion, to be at Budorgis. Wait a minute. Before we upgrade this, there was a temple down here I needed to build, right? Yeah. I need to build a temple. And then... Okay, so right now we're going to hold our position here. We're actually going to throw you over here so that you can take care of... Yes. Throw you over there. Take care of Carolus. And let's get another agent out. If we can... Next turn. Yes, next turn we should be able to get one agent out if... We have no outstanding things to construct. We also need to move our fleet to Athenae. I want to take a safe route there. There we go. And that's out of move, so we can just move it to Athenae in case we forget. Then we have the two up here in the north. I don't think we need to move them down south either. We can stabilize with our armies. But yeah, maces are going to be another big weapon use. Because why? Blunt force impact. You need the blunt force in... Oh, wow. Are they... Carthage is attacking. And they're losing. Alright. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Excellente. Italian garrison swords. Local citizen militia. Ooh, those are pretty good. Ooh, local archers. Wow. I like this garrison a lot. But yeah, we're going to auto-resolve. There is no need to absolutely engage just... Oh my god! Pikemen! Late African pikemen. Ooh, those are going to be a bit of a problem. We're going to have trouble with them. We're going to need our... What? These are crossbow infantry? When did they change? What? I need to know. This is insane. Kill all the captives. Wow, I need to know what changed. But yeah, maces because of blunt force impact. You want to cause the blunt force trauma, preferably hemorrhaging, is going to be a big deal in the future. You could say, well, here's the argument against the whole idea of melee weapons and shields in the future. The first one is we're going to have bigger guns, yes? We're going to have better guns. We're going to have better bullets, too. But what I mean by future warfare is cross-planetary warfare, ship-to-ship boarding action, that kind of thing. Ship-to-ship warfare, ship-to-ship sabotage. Obviously, electronic warfare is going to be a big part of that. But you need to keep in mind, electronic warfare, though a big part, is not everything. Ships are obviously going to have to make visual contact, as stealth systems are going to be a thing. So yes, glass is still going to be there. I don't know why people think that's not going to be a thing. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's against hull integrity. Yes, it is. But that's why it's probably going to not be made out of pure glass. It's probably going to be made of something better and a little bit transparent. Granted, it's still going to be a weak spot on a ship. So it's not going to cover the entire ship all over the place. But it's going to be on key parts where people actually need to visually see what they're navigating. Of course, we're going to say a lot of it's going to be computer made. But, computers aren't perfect, they're prone to malfunction, and lots of times you want to try and avoid hitting a giant fucking building on your way into the planetary system when you're landing. If you land on a planet, or even on the space station itself, it is going to be prone to failure. We cannot expect it to always live up. And you guessed it, if a ship lands on a space station and breaks a part of the space station, that is a massive issue, because that not only falls onto the planet, if there are people living on the planet, the entire space station could fall apart. That becomes a problem. A big problem. Very big problem for the future. So yes, some manual navigation is going to be necessary, much like today. There are some people who do manual navigation today, and holy crap, that takes 40 turns. Wow, we are picking something else. We are not waiting 40 turns for that. Okay, let's see. What is this? Melee attack, melee defense, ship. Does the ship really do anything good? It gives us ship ram, which gives us... debatable. Very debatable there. Let's instead get army. Yeah, army upkeep cost. So this is 30 turns, or we can get something. You know what? 11. 11 turns is fine. I'd rather get the overall bonus right now. And we have. Who are you? What are you? Who are you? Let's see. Military alliance high. That's good. Trade agreement high. Let's not go for military alliance. Non-aggression pact will be just fine for now. Excellent. Galicia. Yes, you. Trade rights are on high. Absolutely. Oh, we are making some money back now. This is fantastic. But yeah, hull integrity of the ship is going to be a big deal in the future. I cannot imagine it otherwise. I just really can't. For both the ship and, of course, the planet itself, the ship station. So, yeah. But how does this relate to... how does bigger guns and better ships and spaceships relate to melee weapons? Well, the reality is, if you're in an onboard situation where bullets can penetrate the body armor of the future, which is a big deal, by the way. Yes, it is a big deal. That probably means you can penetrate the interior of the ship. Now, you're wondering, well, if we can penetrate the interior of the ship with these kinds of bullets, wouldn't we just reinforce it to be like the outside of the ship, where it is going to be almost non-penetrable, at least by modern standards? Yeah, that makes sense, but the reality is, let's take a spaceship carrier, giant battleship thing, which is probably what we're going to make, because that can transport a lot of people. It's going to be cheaper to transport a lot of people, and it can transport a lot of equipment. Lots of equipment, by the way, which is going to be necessary across cross-planetary things, and it's probably going to be the more common trading ship of the future. So if that is to be taken into account, why would you build one single ship that is almost non-impenetrable outside and inside, at least by modern day standards, though by that time in the future, chances are it can be penetrated, and quite easily so. So, why would you do that if you can build two of the ships? Because think about it, this is in space. If one of the ship's internal systems is damaged, you at least have a secondary ship to come by and pick it up. So why build one giant ship when you can build two giant ships that can support each other? Much like modern day times. We could make one super giant carrier almost nigh indestructible, but the chances are, what if a tsunami hits? What if a hurricane hits? What if a part falls off the ship? Don't we need supporting backup ship? And the reality is, yes, the modern day military do have supporting ships. They do have these kinds of support roles to play. And this is just in case things like this happen. What if an enemy ship does have the weaponry to penetrate? Not that I'm saying they do, but what if they do? Well, I guess I am saying they do. But I am saying they do. But what if they do have it? Then what do we do then? Don't we need supporting ships to try and help the sailors out? Don't we need supporting ships to try to help the people out on board? that kind of thing. So yeah, why have one ship that is almost nigh impenetrable that if something does happen, it can't be saved when you can have two ships? So the idea behind this is basically two giant spaceships, one for a more supportive role to help out in case the main ship basically malfunctions in any way. So that you can get the sailors off board, you can get the people off board, the civilians, refugees, whatever you name it, and get some supplies. Maybe even cross-trade supplies with each other to re-repair the ship so it's not just sitting there in space as a dead ship. And then here's the biggest problem that I have. What if you only build the one ship, right? Super nigh indestructible, but it does get damaged. Communication systems go offline because you're fighting inside the ships itself. Actually, I should have taken that peace treaty there. I wasn't really paying attention. Because you're fighting inside the ship itself. So what if you damage the wires that link up to the ship's communication system? Even the controls for the computer system, which, by the way, in that time of day, you do not want to damage the controls for the computing system because this is how you navigate through the space itself. It would be extremely difficult to do so otherwise. So yeah, melee weapons are going to be a thing because you guessed it. You don't want to penetrate the hull of the ship. You don't want to compromise the integrity of the ship when on board fighting. Because this means you cannot travel very far or very fast, as that would rip your ship apart because you guessed it. You have a goddamn hole in your ship. So the concept is very similar to modern day times. You just don't want to have a hole in your ship because that's counterproductive. Let's sabotage this army, by the way. So yeah, melee weapons are going to be a big thing of the future. They're not going to be big at the initial start of it. Sure, maybe for the first 300 years, but as time goes on, it will be. And you could say, well, even if melee things become so big, they're still going to be impractical. You're still going to get shot from a mile away. And this is where shields come in. And I'm not just talking about personalized shielding technology either. I'm talking about, riot shields, that kind of shielding. What we see today, the Roman scutrum is a good example. The Norman kite shields, the pavis for the Italians, the pavis shield in general, not just the Italians, but I guess they were the more known ones for it, like the Genoese crossbowmen had pavis, I believe. They had pavises. Oh god, what am I building here? Aqueducts. There we go. Aqueducts. What are we building again? Neapolis, right, we were building level 3. Oh no, this cannot, right, it can't be built yet because it's still, right. Let's leave it alone then. This is already level 3, which is fan-fricking-tastic. What does level 4 give you? Civilian javelin, 6 Italian. Wow, that is pretty good. We also need to build probably a harbor. Maybe a harbor? I'm not sure. Probably a harbor, yeah. Harbor port wouldn't be too bad to get, or why did I change it to docks? Ah, yes, because the trading ports costed food, right. Let's not get harbor ports then. Let's get shipwrights, because that only takes public order, and that's easy. Easy peasy, mother breezy? I don't know what the phrasing is. Right, we're making 3,000 a turn. I also forgot. Let's try and get that peace treaty with you. Why don't we? Peace treaty and, no, we aren't gonna do that. Trade oh, we really? How about non-aggression pact? Trade agreement? Screw it. Alright, peace treaty. Don't care. We're taking it. Don't want to be at war with them. Didn't I already move my Athenae force? Yes, we did. But you are not on patrol stats. That is a big no-no. We are moving you there. Right. Alright, let's end our turn. So yeah, shields. Giant shields. Now, of course, the shield is going to be made out of similar material to what you will be wearing for body armor. Though, it will probably be much heavier and much stronger or thicker. There is going to be a glass slot, like, an actual glass slot, but it's not going to be like penetrable glass slot. It's going to be a very thick kind of glass slot. And I only use glass as a representation for visualizing a kind of glass-like substance, not necessarily in hardness or brittleness or other things, just in the sense that we can see through it. That's all I mean by the glass stuff. So, a substance or a chemical or a synthetic or some kind of product, basically, where we can see through the glass itself, or the thing, basically, not just the glass, but the thing, see through it, and utilize the kind of see for visual purpose, because You could wonder, why didn't the Romans, Scutrum, have, this kind of technology? It would have been good if you could see through your shield while still blocking your face. Yeah, that's good, except they didn't have this kind of technology during their time. Of course, I expect in the future we will have that kind of technology to better prevent injury through the glass slots. Or the eye slots, eye slits, whatever you want to call it, basically. So yeah, we're going to have kind of big giant shields. Now, is this going to protect against giant caliber weaponry? No. Is it going to protect super well against blunt force, super duper explicitly designed blunt force impact weaponry kind of things? No, it's not. It's going to have problems. It's to be expected. What kind of army do they have? Alright, so they have a Carthaginian civilian cavalry, bunch of bunch of Libyan garrison spears, spearmen, and a bunch of militiamen and some local javelin men. No archers, so that's a good thing. I guess we should just raid, yeah. Subversion. And I burped. Kind of badly there. Oh my god, that is a big army problem coming inbound. Alright, so you are crossbow infantry. Whoa, 41 damage. Oh my god, they are extremely slow though. Alright, so how do we make them? Alright, so they are made in the Italian peninsula from Magna Graecia. Now, which one makes them? So, Brutian infantry, Cilician marines, not mercenaries. Crossbow infantry, alright, so it's from these towns here, crossbow infantry. Can we make it in the Italian here? Let's see. Toriscan, what? No, we can't. So it's a Magna Graecia specific unit. This is fantastic. This also means we need to build like a bunch of them. I'm going to build 3 of them because they are good. I mean, look at this. Italian slingers. Oh, wait. What's their range though? 200! Oh my god. I don't even know an infantry unit that can use crossbows this far. Whew, that is pretty far. I think that needs a nerfing, by the way. Dart slingers aren't that far, but they are better than javelin men. I'll give them that. Oh wow, these guys are way better than javelin men. But they do not fire as fast, so that's to be expected though, I guess. Alright, so let's end our turn. So yeah, we'll have giant shields to kind of offset damage. Of course, it's not going to protect against super high caliber weapons, as I stated, and super blunt force weapons, but what you can do is what Riot Police do today, and that is forming the shield wall tactic, and they've already lost. Wow. This is very anticlimactic. Actually, they would have lost anyways. This is not enough to take us on. Yeah, that's not enough to take us out. Well, we're going to slaughter them. Alright, so death to all of them by auto-resolve. But yeah, it's not going to protect you against that kind of weaponry. At least the shield won't. But that's why you're going to utilize riot shield tactics, police tactics, where you're going to form shield walls. I shouldn't even say it's police tactics or riot shield tactics. Those are actually dating back all the way to the medieval age, which of course date back all the way to antiquity with the phalanx, shield walls, and the Romans' legionnaire way of doing things. Of course, I expect things like the tortoise shell, the testudo formation to come back in to some extent. Not entirely so, but during these narrow, kind of blocky corridors, I do expect to some degree to come back in Lilibium. Almost phased out of image there. That was interesting. But yeah, I do expect... Oh, no, you're not going to be on raiding stance. You're going to be on patrol stance. I am an idiot for giving you raiding stance. In fact, you guys are going to be retraining all of you. So all of the range units are going to be crossbow militia units now. We need some more infantry in this, actually. Cavalry units. I no longer feel I need too many cavalry units. I grabbed too many and I'm not able to use them effectively in the open field battle. So I think getting more infantry would be the way to go. So Brutian infantry will be the substitute infantry in this region, I think. Or maybe... No, yeah, Brutian infantry. I was thinking maybe Adriatic Thuros, but that kind of... I mean, it's not a bad unit, but it's not one I really like either. It's just not one unit I really like. So let's also bring you forward. Actually, since you also have Cretan archers, they only do 25, they're 170. They do shoot very fast. They have 33 ammo. Not too bad. Although I'm more tempted to get... Yeah, we're going to trade them off for crossbow infantry. Cretan infantry just aren't going to cut it at this point. So we're going to get some crossbow infantry. at some point. Actually, because you're not utilizing that right now, we're gonna just put you on patrol stance. But right now, so maces, axes, that kind of thing are gonna be a big deal in the future. Shields are gonna be a big deal. You know what? I'm gonna go into more detail about it, more thought out detail later in the next part of the video, but hopefully this gives you a general idea of what I'm thinking. It gives you a general idea of how I think things are gonna be, like in future warfare. They already are like this in modern day warfare as well. I mean, we like to say, oh no, they're not. You know, we don't have a bunch of people going around with axes killing each other. You know, yeah, you're right, we don't. But it will be a part of the future warfare because you'll have a lot of people who will be doing that just because armor is going to be so upgraded. It's going to be so above and advanced that it even though for all of its advancedness, it's not going to protect, you know, too well still on ships. Of course, body armor will protect very well, but it's not going to protect too well against on the ship. Well, I should say, yeah, on the ship, the armor of the ship is not going to protect too well against these small arm fires. Obviously, from the exterior, yes, but the interior, I highly doubt it because it's just a waste of resources and a waste of money. So, yeah. I'll be seeing you guys in the next part once this turn comes, and we will do everything in the next part, and where I will talk more in depth about melee weapons of the future. Now, I'm not gonna talk too specific. Well, I'll talk a little bit of their design. More like what kind of things they might utilize. Oh my god, fucking political stuff. Legatus, let's move. Let's upgrade you. Alright, you. Right, let's make a little bit of change here. Let's get some crossbow. What? No! No, I shouldn't have disbanded those Cretan archers! No! Oh well. We'll substitute them for the Italian slingers, whatever, fuck it. Same shit, different clothing. Screw it. I wish we could make more of them. These guys are super fucking useful. Wow. Super duper useful. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next part. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my little talk and give you guys a little bit of an idea. But hopefully on the next part I'll be more formulated with it.